Is there anything else you need, Mr. Smith?
Your son's adorable, Mr. Hunt.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, may I ask if you know who his mother is?
Yeah?
What are you intending to do about her then?
Justin, unaware of the misunderstanding in Joel's mind concerning Tanya, was stunned at Joel Smith's question. The look in that man's eyes made him hesitate. Feeling uncomfortable, he decided to answer as earnestly as possible.
Maybe we'll get married.
Joel's tense shoulder, stiff composure, and sudden shift in the air told Justin everything. With a sudden strictness, he almost growled the question.
Is there something wrong, Mr. Smith?
His suspicion was confirmed when Joel, visibly affected, stood up abruptly.
Treat her well, Mr. Hunt.
Justin glared when Joel swiftly exited the room, leaving him confused with an excruciating long list of questions. Upon arriving home, the first thing he did was to question Cherry, trying to piece together the situation.
Cherry, Pitt, does your mom know the man we met today?
No, she doesn't. I've never heard Mommy mention him before, yeah.
Unaware of the storm approaching her, Nora was busy snoring when Pete told her how upset Tanya was. Her first instinct was to ignore everything and slept, but the nagging feeling won't shy away. And 5 minutes later, she found herself comforting a half-angry, half-weeping Tanya. Are you okay?
No.
Then what do you want to do?
Since we're friends, go out with me for a drink. We'll drink until we forget everything.
Nora fell silent for a moment at the drinking suggestion. No? I came to check on you, which I did, so I'm leaving. Tanya was surprised when Nora left. After Nora was gone, Tanya noticed she didn't feel as sad as before. She found it funny how Nora could act distant, even when trying to make someone feel better. While she was thinking about this, Tanya's phone suddenly rang. When she looked at her phone, the name on the screen almost made her scream.
Tanya, why are you bugging Joel so soon after coming back? The two of you already broke up. You're not allowed to interfere with my daughter anymore. Do you hear me?
Why should I listen to you?
Because I'm your mother.
Really? I thought Hillary was your only daughter.
What do you mean by that?
It means if you don't think of me as your daughter, then don't tell me what to do.
When Tanya hung up on her mom, she tried not to think about her bitter past with Joel and her family. She didn't realize when the dawn had taken over the darkness of the night.
I won't let anyone rule my life anymore.
With a newfound determination, Tanya resumed her job as a kindergarten dance teacher. She had already put the bugging thoughts in the back of her mind and was about to enter the school premises with little Pete when somebody called out her name.
Tanya!
Tanya turned and saw Hillary approaching with a smile. Before she could react, Hillary took out some cash from her bag and offered it to her.
This is to thank you for helping Mia when she fainted and staying with her in the hospital. I've asked around and the best nurses are paid $150 a day. But since you're a kindergarten teacher, here's $3,000. You can think of it as a reward from us. That's generous, right?
Tanya's eyes widened in shock as she felt humiliated and angry. She clenched her fists, but then unexpectedly took the money from Hillary, who looked satisfied and pleased to have put Tanya down. Before Hillary could say more, she noticed a puzzling smile appear on Tanya's face.
A reward? How thoughtful, dear sister.
Before Hillary could make sense of Tanya's sudden move, Tanya tossed the money in her direction. Hillary instinctively turned away, only to face Tanya's furious looks as she grabbed her by the collar. Tanya's icy stare and intense demeanor resembled Nora's, giving a ruthless and fierce aura.
Your old tricks won't cut it anymore. I've evolved while you're stuck in a time warp. Pay attention, because this is a one-time warning. Cross me, and you'll regret it. I'm not playing nice anymore.
Tanya pulled Pete away forcefully, leaving Hillary stunned amidst scattered money while judgmental parents stared. Red-faced, Hillary hastily collected the bills and fled in her car, still feeling the heat in her cheeks. Dealing with Tanya had always been tough, but Hillary hadn't expected her to become more apprehensive. Determined, Hillary vowed to restrict Tanya's access to Mia at the kindergarten, and Tanya felt the first blow as soon as she stepped into the school.
Miss Turner, you're in trouble.
What are you talking about?
The woman you offended is Mrs. Smith. They're powerful figures here. You might even get fired.
It doesn't matter. I wasn't planning on staying here anyway.
Miss Turner, the principal is expecting you in his office.
Miss Turner, Mrs. Smith approached me today. She demands an explanation for the altercation.
Tanya's frustration grew as the principal explained the gravity of the situation.
Is her family really that powerful?
It's not just her family. Joel Smith is backing her. He is influential and difficult to handle. I can keep you, but your future here will be hard. Resigning might be best.
Did he want me to resign?
Yes, he did.
It was the last straw for Tanya's disappointment to turn into a cold resolve.
Fine. I quit.
While Tanya figured out her next move, the news of her termination spread like wildfire.
Why was she fired? She crushed my aunt, which means she crushed Uncle Joe too. Nobody challenges the Smiths except Hunts.
Excited by a sudden idea, Pete took out his phone and began to compose a message to someone. Seconds later, Joel was interrupted by a call from Justin.
Yes, Mr. Hunt?
Surely it isn't appropriate for you to do what you've done to a weak and powerless woman.
What do you mean, Mr. Hunt?
Don't you think that forcing Miss Turner to resign is a little too much?
Joel's eyes narrowed and a sudden intensity flashed across his face as his jaw tightened.
What are you talking about?
You know very well what I'm talking about. Miss Turner's termination. It's unjust and unwarranted. I'll be speaking with the kindergarten. Miss Turner will be under the protection of the Hunts from now on.
As the conversation between Joel and Justin had reached a deadlock, Justin devised a plan to impress Nora with Jerry's assistance.
There, I've made the call. Don't worry, Pete.
Justin exchanged a subtle wink with Cherry. Only moments earlier, the young child had hurried in, breathless and upset, relaying troubling information about her godmother facing bullying. Eager to earn his daughter's admiration and possibly gain favor with Nora, Justin resolved to step in and take action.
Okie dokie.
You should give your mommy a call and tell her about this.
Why?
Because your mommy won't need to worry anymore if you do that.
Cherry, eager to assist, dialed Nora's number without hesitation. What's the matter, Cherry? As Cherry explained the situation, Justin observed the interaction with a mix of shock and disbelief.
I coaxed Daddy to call the school after I heard the news. Godmom should be fine now. Don't you think I'm super awesome?
This little demon. She's claiming all the credit?
Shocked at his daughter's deceit, Justin was quick to come up with another plan. This time, he made sure he was using all the cards up his sleeves very carefully.
Cherry, Pitt, why don't we invite Mommy for a dinner date? Don't you think she will be very happy that we've helped her friend in a time of crisis?
Yippee! I'll call and ask Mom right away. Where are we going, Daddy?
What do you say? Her favorite restaurant? Club Prism?
Meanwhile, as soon as the phone clicked off, Joel ordered his assistant to investigate the matter deeply.
Find out exactly what went down at the Golden Sunshine Kindergarten today. I need every detail.
Joel didn't wait for his assistant to react. Consumed by a mixture of agitation and restlessness, he drove through the city with no particular destination in mind. Just then, his phone rang, interrupting his thoughts. Had his assistant already found out what happened at the kindergarten? Would this misunderstanding between Joel and Justin take a disastrous turn? How would Tanya react when she found Joel had nothing to do with her termination? To find out what happens next, don't let your excitement die! The full audio series is on the Pocket FM app. Tap the link in the description to install now.